So uncivilized.
Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents another episode of You Know What It Is, Uncivilized Scoundrels. I'm your host, Leo Rockwell, for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel, with my guy X here in the building, man. Again, this is it, man. Well, again, we're going to be talking about Solo tonight, but we got a couple of other things that we're going to pretty much discuss here as well. Within the Star Wars universe, a lot of news, our thoughts on certain things. You know what? And maybe X, I just thought about this. Maybe it's good that Vinny's not here at this moment because we can talk about that Mandalorian trailer. You know what I mean? Because with him here, we can't have that discussion, bro. He doesn't like trailers. So we can talk about it.
This is the way.
This is the way. We can have that discussion. We can talk about the things that he will not talk about in this particular space. So I am definitely happy about that. And we got some things on the table. Also, we're going to talk about some Starfighter news as well. The upcoming Visions Season 3, the trailer that we actually got a chance to see. And I cannot wait for that. We got some returning storylines in Vision Season 3 that I can't wait about. And what do you think about the thought of one of my favorite actresses being possibly Mara Jade? What do you think about that, bro?
You mean fan favorite character Mara Jade? I love Mara Jade. I absolutely love Mara Jade. I remember reading, all the books and just the idea that there was this character you didn't know about that was in Star Wars, just in the background, and that was in the shadows, I would guess. The Emperor's hand, so to speak, and the fact that then, of course, she and Luke Skywalker have a thing. I love this character, and if they manage to work that into the storyline, then I think they'll have something fun, because I think that blows the world wide open when it's just like, so this. Actually, it may improve the sequel trilogy where it's like this. Right. This was Luke's life. This was Luke's, oh gosh, okay. This actually okay.
Yeah. And maybe in the scheme of things, he hid her and the child away from what he thought could have been an advantage to, the Emperor, the First Order, whatnot. He wanted to completely separate them from it. And then the remnants of that First Order and also, Palpatine has now discovered, I mean? After Luke's death, there's more. We're going to get into that, because there's a lot to kind of discuss and dive into in that particular space, because there's so many opportunities there, man. But I was thinking about that. I was like, because there's the room. First of all, we find out that she's a Jedi. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. One of my favorite actresses, bro, right out there right now, killing it. Possibly being a Jedi, bro. Let's go. I
just hope that they do right. I hope they do right by the character. Yeah. I hope they do right by the actress, because let's face it, Star Wars is one of those. It's treacherous water for any actor or actress to step into. If when they love you, they love you. But God forbid, because the internet's a scary place.
It is,
and Star Wars fans are not the most forgiving. They're very specific. They're very particular.
And that's the thing, bro. Like, you can't bring somebody like Amy Adams into a film and only give her a small role, bro. You can't. You can't just bring her in the first, act of the show.
You can't Max von Sydow her. It's like you have Max von Sydow and you had him in the Force Awakens for 5 seconds.
For 5 seconds, bro. I'm not flying. That is not flying with me, bro. You bring her in, you make sure that you do her justice, bro. Because you bring her in for like all of 5 seconds, I'm gonna be mad. Come on, man, don't do that. Don't do Amy Adams like that.
It
She
would be a
deserves.
waste of talent.
It'd be a waste of
I mean,
talent,
I'm sure she'd kill
bro.
it for those 5 seconds. She would absolutely
Bro,
kill it for those 5 seconds.
bro, she was in one of my favorite films of the last, I would say, 13 years with The Arrival, bro. She killed it in Arrival, bro. I love that fucking film. And, of course, everything that she's actually done with even, say what you want about Zack Snyder's, Superman, whatever, or Man of Steel and, the whole Justice League. She was still, I just, as an actress, I think she's phenomenal, and she's going to bring something to this role that I think is going to be incredible. We're going to jump into it. There's so much I want to say about it. There's so much that I'm excited to talk about, when it comes to like the possibilities of what she could bring. You know what I mean? Like what we could actually see, what we can get from her. I'm just hoping, like we've been talking about, like they do her definitely some justice, man, because she deserves it. And we want, like I said, we want good Star Wars on screen, bro. That's what it's about. Having a good story, a plot, a good storyline, and what we could get from it, it can be spectacular, bro. But here's the thing. It's like also, with that being said, we also want to temper the expectation, right? Like we don't want to be too excited about it because
it'll never live up to your expectations.
Yeah, bro.
It'll never live up to your expectations, and
Fuck no.
It can exceed your expectations. It can certainly do that, but living up to one's expectations, specific, because it's like, here's what I want the story to do. Here's what I want the characters to do. It's like, well, someone else wrote it and someone else directed it, so we'll kind of take it for what it is instead of what you want it to be.
Yeah, I get it, man. Like it's and again, like it's just a wait. Hold up, damn. You already know we got the dude in here in the background. He's just coming in, man. You already know what it is. We got Ben Dog in the building. What's going on with you, bro? Damn it, bro.
No.
What's up, brother? What's going on with you, bro? You good?
Chilling, man. I'm good.
Hey, X. You know what this Saturday is, bro? You're gonna be jealous. You're gonna be jealous, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're not here. We'll invite you to next year's, but I'm sorry you're not here. This Saturday is Vinny's Horathon, bro.
This Saturday?
This Saturday is Vinny's Horathon, bro.
The 4th?
Yep.
This Saturday is Vinny's Horathon, bro.
Like in person, the Horathon?
Yes. Yeah. It's a Horathon at his crib, and we watch some. It goes from some very abstract art house horror to like just straight punch you in the face, like get the fuck out of here type of horror.
Oh, you guys didn't invite me.
Hey.
I'll invite you next year.
Hey.
I'll definitely invite you next year, bro.
Next year, bro. You have to come, bro. You gotta come.
So I spent most of the year just trying to come up with the most craziest, weirdest. Vinny, where the fuck did you find this horror movies? And so it's not like Friday the 13th, or you're not gonna ever see Freddy Krueger. Like it's weird abstract stuff like that leaves people just disturbed and thinking about it for the next few weeks after the fact.
Yeah.
So that's always the goal, to screen movies that most of the time no one else has seen. And then sometimes if it's something that's mainstream that I think might be on people's radar, I'll just tell them skip it because it's Horathon worthy. And I've seen it. Well, I'm throwing it on the lineup. And then what I try to do is make 3 to 4 films, and they're all separate subgenres of horror. So you're rarely going to see like two home invasions or 2 slashers. It's always like all across the board, and it's a lot of foreign stuff. So as if you're a horror fan, that's where the bread and butter is, foreign. So and then we just everybody I try to make everyone no lights, everyone shuts the fuck up.
Yeah.
Complete ambiance and just
cookies.
Yep.
And the cookies.
And the cookies.
Are you gonna watch Tokyo Gore Police?
No.
Well,
I will not be on this one, but I do know it's a great one. But also what helps is I have like I know just from everything I know about you so far, you probably have something similar, but I have a very fun surround sound setup with subs that kind of shake the house, and that adds to the ambience. And it's an old house, so the acoustics are incredible. So it only takes a decent surround sound system to shake the walls, and it's a pretty good one. So any kind of low rumble bass, it has everybody kind of looking at each other like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So like, you know, like how a horror movie ramps up and gives you that low rumble, and it just shakes everything. It's so much fun. I've been doing these for probably about 13 years.
Yeah. It's been full. And here's the thing, X, the one thing that he's not telling you about is the ambience outside of the home. Like I told you, bro, like his entering Vinny's his house, it's like you're watching Superman and you enter the pocket. You know what I mean? A pocket universe, bro. Like when you basically go in and there's
a bizarre location.
It's a bizarre location because it's away from everything.
My street is in the city around a whole bunch of shit, but then there's a long driveway and a section of the city that hasn't been, turned into anything yet. So it's just like this 5 miles of 5 acres of lot that hasn't been turned into an apartment complex or anything, that it is like mostly woods, and then there's just, it's like someone took a little glass bottle candle in the middle of the city. It just is so bizarre because if you step out on my front porch, it looks like you're in the middle of nowhere, but like at the end of the driveway is the rest of civilization. So when you leave my house, everyone's always freaked out and trying to rush to get home as fast as possible. Because they don't know.
It's like once you get to the end of the driveway, you've made it.
I got deer in my driveway every day when I come home.
That's the same thing that happened in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you get to the end of the driveway, you've made it.
You made it. That's it. Bro, if you get to the end of the driveway, you absolutely made it, because there's lights, there's street lights, there's other cars, people can hear you scream. Inside of that little space, bro, there's nothing but deer that will greet you on the outside of his house, bro. In a shed. Like he literally has a horror shed.
I was just remembering a horror movie I've seen called The Shed, which just sounded like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, it's some fucked up shit, bro. It's some fucked up shit. I'm just letting you know that's this weekend, so I know what to expect and I know when to leave. When the last film, the credit hits, I'm out. So I don't want to be the last person.
Yeah,
that's gonna be great. Oh my gosh, I'm so jelly. Yeah. So jelly, as the kids say.
Horror films, mood, ambiance, and cookies, bro.
Yeah, X, let me tell you, the best part is, like, at least not every year, but probably every other year, Leo has so much going on. He's usually late.
Yeah.
And when he shows up, it is always at the funniest fucking time, because he always walks in on the most ridiculoly disturbing shit, and then he just makes him like want to just turn around and leave. I think the funniest one was when you were watching this folk horror film. I believe I can't remember what country it was out of, but it was called Hagazusa, and it's about think of The Witch. It's those types of vibes. Extremely disturbing, extremely graphic, extremely sad, very fucked up film. And he walks in when she's about to eat her unborn baby. And then he just walks in just like, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We're already locked in. We're already locked in. Well, see, the thing is, this year we have no excuse, because it starts at 4. We have to be there at 4 because Toy doesn't have to go anywhere on Saturday. She'll be in Westchester or all day tomorrow. So she doesn't have to work on Saturday. She does on Sunday, but that's Sunday evening. But she'll be there all day tomorrow. So we're good. It's Sunday. We get up in the morning, have breakfast, do whatever we need to do before 4:00 and just be there. And plus the cookies, bro. I got to get there before motherfuckers get there to eat them damn cookies, bro.
We're making sure to get cookies, bro.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You gotta,
Charlie, we can't
drop a cookie in the mail for me.
You can't have a real
mail me a cookie.
You can't have a real horror-thon, Charlie, if you're doing a live reaction feed It's like talking in the movie theater. No matter how scary a movie is, if everybody's sitting there like party vibes, it's not scary. You have to
Yeah.
watch it like no lights, just zoned in. That's the way. That's the way.
That's the way.
Oh,
This is the
wow.
way.
Oh, come on. She said howdy from New England temporarily. Let's go. Let's stream.
Where are
Hell
you? Right down the street from
Whenever you want to come in, you already know you were invited here. You know what? The best time of the year during the holidays is being on Victoria's Cantina on a Friday night. I swear to God, I can't describe the feeling. It's the best fucking feeling in the world. I cannot wait. So definitely, Victoria, thank you for being here. And before we actually jump in, I say what's up to the chat, man. Got to get this out the way. Of course, you already know it is Halloween Initiative going on. It started on the 26th of August, running to the 25th of October. Again, all proceeds, super chats, everything that we actually get here goes towards making sure the kids have costumes for the holiday season. Again, if you don't donate here, make sure you donate to your local Salvation Army, Goodwill, wherever that may be, or pay it forward out there within your community. You know, you want to make sure that everybody has exactly what they need, and we definitely appreciate that. And thank you very much for it. Also, want to give a shout out, of course, to the places where we get our stuff from, you know, where we get our figures, where we get all of our collectibles from. Starting with, of course, come on, man, we got to start with Vindog himself over there at Vincent Dunn Art. You can actually find it on his Instagram page. You actually head over there. The link to his store is right there on the page. Again, we're talking about everything that you're looking for. From you can get commission pieces if you ask, of course. You got Shop All, where you can get original art, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, anime, canvas prints, vinyl art, reverse glass painting, sketch cover variants, and stickers as well. He definitely has some holiday deals popping up here. I did do a refresh to make sure that they knew. Again, we're talking about this Adam West right here, which is absolutely fantastic, super fantastic. But yeah, Vinny, tell them what else you got going on, bro.
Yeah, man. All times, buy two get one free with regular 11x14 prints. There's a bunch of. We're in October now, so there's a bunch of horror stuff on there too. I don't think I've made a subcategory for horror. I'll have to get into that. But we're in the midst of Inktober there, and over the years, there's been a ton of fun horror stuff I've done for pieces that I've thrown up on the site, and there's a bunch of stuff that I haven't thrown up there yet, but tons of stuff coming from Inktober every day, so feel free to give me a follow on my IG, and then that IG has a link to the store, so if there's any horror stuff that you want that you're seeing from the Inktober's, feel free to hit me up and I can make sure you get a print of those. Otherwise, there's some horror stuff on here, and if there's a horror character you like that you do not see, feel free to hit me up for commissions. But all kinds of fun stuff on the way. Like I said, Inktober's underway, so I'm sure a couple of them here or there will make it to the store, but till then, there's tons of fun stuff and goodies on the Stormv site for your walls to check out, if you want. Appreciate the love. As always, pleasure, man.
As always, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for being here. Also, got to give a shout out to our guy, Ray, over there at Underground Figures. Again, Underground Ray, of course. No way on NRD. Shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date as to when your figure's going to arrive or new figures being revealed. Also, basically, make sure you create yourself an account because you never know when it might be free shipping or a discount code on a figure of choice. Again, that's Ray over there at Underground Figures, always giving us the goodness. Tell him I sent you. He'll definitely take care of you as he always does. Also, we want to give a shout out to my man Ray over there at Hogwarts Toys. It's Hogwarts Ray giving you all the goodness. Again, nice little care package you get with the figure, comic books, and stickers. On top of that, proud sponsor of everything that we got going on over there at the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group, as well as your one-stop shop for anything from InArt. He'll definitely take care of you as always, man. Hit him up, tell him I sent you, and he got your back. Also, we got to give a super duper shout out to our guy, the one and only Jacob over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles, man. And we're talking about, again, not just figures, but source material, comics, anything that you're looking for, he'll definitely take care of you. Hit him up, tell him I definitely sent you over there, and he'll take care of you as he always does. Brian Wong over there at Moducase Moduspace. If you're looking for an incredible display option, he'll definitely take care of you. I got the mono, but you can get a display option of your choice. Hit him up, and he definitely got your back. Also, last but not least, got to give a shout out to Tina Cruz El Diluvio over there on Instagram and Facebook. Again, if you are looking to take your figure from here to there, so definitely take care of you. As of course, we're talking about Uncivilized and we're talking about Star Wars. Look what she did with this Qui-Gon Jinn. Incredible. She does such an amazing job. Hit her up and she'll definitely take care of you as always, man. Let me give a shout out to the chat, people that we got in here watching us right now. We got my man Uncle Ben in the building. Scoundrels, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. We got Force in the building. This is the way. You already know, man. Appreciate having you here as always. Justin McFly's in the building. What's going on with you, bro? As always, appreciate you. Prince Talentino is in the building. What's going on with you, brother? We got Pedro Lopez in the building as always. Bruce Leroy's Glow is in here. Charlie the Unicorn, the troublemaker, man. Thank you for being here. Here's hello, sexy man of Star Wars, Press X, and 1/6 Scale Man, and plus Vinny. You already, man. Appreciate you, bro. Who else have we got in here with us? Pedro Lopez, as always. Thank you for being here, bro. We appreciate you. Who else we got in here with us? We got, let's see here. Of course, Victoria's Cantina stopping through. So glad to see you come here with us. As always, remember, if you're looking for a good time, make sure you're there on Victoria Cantina every Friday evening, man. So definitely take care of you. Just follow all our videos, every her adventures. Definitely incredible as always. We got my man Mitchell Lawrence in the building, man. Thank you for being here. He said the original Omen and Exorcist were filmed in my London borough. Yeah, bro. You already know, man. And especially Damon and Omen. Oh, shit. You already know that, man. Let's see who else we got in the building with us. Let's see. I think we've covered just pretty much everybody so far, man. So again, Vinny, we was gonna try to sneak this in while you weren't here, but we got to kind of do it in a way that's non-revealing, and that's what we're going to talk about. Somewhat the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. Now we're not going to discuss it in the sense of things detail by detail, but I will say this. One of the biggest things about this is it's good to see Star Wars back on the big screen. We're going to be getting that in, I think, not this year, but next year, 2027, right? So
it's 2026.
Is it 2026?
Yeah, it's next May.
It's next May. Okay, yeah. It is going to be this.
So,
it's going to be 2026. Okay, so next year, May 2026. I'm excited about that. So again, we're going to see this on the big screen. So we're definitely excited about this. I'm sorry. Now, it's one thing to have it back on the big screen, but it's another thing for it to feel like it's going to be on the big screen. So far, and the translation between the Disney Plus streaming show to cinematic, the transition is not as, put it this way, and again, it's just a trailer, and I'm going to highlight anything in the trailer, but as just a trailer, it still feels like I'm watching what is, and I'm guessing it's intentional in a sense, until we see the film. They wanted to make it almost seamless in a sense, but it's a film, so you have to make it feel bigger than what it would on a Disney Plus show. And I guess that was the excitement that I was kind of slightly missing from this as a first. And maybe, and again, X, we already know it's the first trailer. It's just the first trailer. And it's just full of highlights and memorabilia and stuff like that. But I can't wait to see it. Yes, I'm excited to see it, but I'm not overly excited to see if that makes any sense. What's your thoughts about that, bro?
That is exactly how I feel. And it's a weird feeling that way about a Star Wars film, because this, you're right. It is the first trailer. It just doesn't feel big. It doesn't feel epic.
Yeah.
It feels like you watch this trailer and at the end of it, you should see the Disney Plus logo.
Yeah.
And that's how small it feels. That's how familiar, I guess, it feels. And if I had to guess, if I were a betting man, I would say the film is not going to be that. At least if the right people over at Lucasfilm and Disney were like, hey, if we're going to bring Star Wars back, we gotta, we should probably swing for the fences. Otherwise,
yeah.
And you had people in the comments saying, well, I'll wait for it to hit streaming, because let's let's face it. Nowadays when things come out, like how long before weapons hit streaming? How long before
Yeah.
Superman hits streaming? It's like things don't stay in the theaters
Too
very
long.
long. So
No.
people are now conditioned to stay home. And let's face it, had the first seasons of Mando, the Mandalorian, on Disney Plus. People are paying for Disney Plus. You're going to raise the prices of Disney Plus, and people are like, "Why should I leave my house?" And we got to give people a reason to leave the house and go to a theater and watch this. This trailer, for me at least, didn't quite do that.
Yeah.
It also, in a way, did what a teaser is supposed to do, where I have no idea what this movie's about.
Exactly.
No flipping clue
None.
what this is,
None.
or there's moments that are shown off, but it's enough to get you going, okay, this is gonna be a thing. The next trailer, of course, is gonna be here's the story, here's the setup, but this did feel small. And I do think there's room to grow, certainly, with this. The timing of this trailer was terrible in terms of being released. I think if someone somewhere could have just waited a week or two, I think it would have landed better with
it felt the desperation almost.
It's exactly. It's like, oh no, things are going south. Release the baby Yoda. And so it got lost in all the noise.
Yeah, it did.
And
there hasn't really been big discussions about it yet. Like,
no, the bigger discussion, was what was happening on another front. With ABC and Disney. This got lost in the shuffle, and for the most part, and for the people that did notice it, they were also upset about other things. So again, the excitement was tempered by what was happening in the real world. And if you could have waited just like a week or two for things to like calm down, die down, maybe release it closer to Star Wars Visions. Again, get us back on the Star Wars train. Get us back. I'm excited for Visions. I am thrilled for Visions. That was a trailer that got me super excited. Mandalorian and Grogu, I will be there day and date. I will give it a chance. I want it to be good. I want it to be big. I want it to be epic. I want it to be, I want everyone to go see it, and I want it to do well.
Yeah, I just wanted to separate itself from the streaming property. Vinny, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, this is why I don't watch trailers, because, again, it's no surprise. I mean, or it's more of a surprise, and you see it totally different at that. But I know this. I get it. Here's the reason why I say I watch trailers, especially why it's crucial for me to watch a Star Wars trailer. We haven't had a damn Star Wars film in the theaters. I mean, I'm not even counting just the re-releases of, Phantom Menace or Star Wars. I'm not, or New Hope or Empire or none of that. I'm speaking in terms of a new film in theaters that I can be excited about. You know what I mean? Like how it felt when The Force Awakens dropped. And, before that, like just the feeling of having a Star Wars film on the big screen again. That every film that was shown, from The Force Awakens, from Force Awakens to Rogue One, to even the bullshit that we got from The Last Jedi, and going into it was still the feeling of having Star Wars on the big screen and the potential. And that's what I wanted, to get that feeling again. Unfortunately,
it felt new.
Yeah, it felt like new, something new. And that's what I wanted to basically feel.
This feels like season 4.
It does. And it was very crucial for them to. The thing is, the trailer is supposed to draw you in. And it's supposed to spark the discussion and the anticipation. And they needed this to win. After all these years, they needed this to be a win. I'm not saying it won't, but first impressions is always the best. And for me, it just didn't feel good. And I know you haven't seen it, so you're in a safe place, so it doesn't really matter to you. But
I would say
overall, yeah,
I would say this. That there's still time for them to release a trailer where they show more, because what I've been gathering from, obviously from not watching it, is that people were expecting more, and it is coming off as a trailer for a new season as opposed to a trailer for a film. And without seeing it, I'm not sure exactly the legitimacy of that critique. However, it would be truly ironic if it turns out that they were just simply keeping shit close to the chest and doing what I've always been championing is fucking holding some shit back instead of giving you the whole damn movie in the trailer.
yeah, that's exactly
So
what they're
I hope
doing
that
too.
this is an ironic case of, look, we're actually saving some shit for the in theater experience
Yeah,
instead of giving
yeah,
you the whole damn, every surprise or every oh shit moment in the trailer, and letting you have that experience in the theater. And I also wager, you know, you still have Super Bowl around the corner, so this will be coming out a couple months after. So they may be saving the big, kick you in the nuts trailer for the Super Bowl. Now, obviously, those are usually shorter trailers, but
it's true.
most movie releases get a couple,
I didn't think
if
about
not
that.
three, trailer, doses. So they might just be like, all right, get your feet wet, it's coming, and then show you more and more as they go, as opposed to trailer one, roll everything out, way back, way far in advance, and then don't have much more that they want to spoil closer to. So this might be just a case of start small and ramp up. I don't know. I feel I'm not saying it's a teaser, Charlie. I'm just saying that they may progressively show more shit that will wow you, as opposed to just give you. This might be a tonal trailer, as
Yeah,
opposed to
yeah,
this might be a tonal trailer as opposed to a spoiler full, big, heavy hitting trailer. I want to my um. I, I have to say I'm distracted though, because now is this yet another uh title screen for, because I swear every time I see
yes.
Mandalorian Grogu, it's something different.
This
Now it
is
looks like out of
yeah,
Creature of the Black Lagoon with the
yeah,
wavy. This looks like a Universal Pictures one of the monster
yeah.
fonts from one of their
It's
trailers.
just like they're
Uh,
going with the old school font with this deal.
yeah,
Like it's sort of like the Raiders and the Goonies, like that the
yeah, this is
adventurous type or
definitely
whatever.
old
Yeah,
school
yeah,
Universal Pictures Hollywood wavy. Like it's
I find
yeah,
it hard to take it
it's
seriously, which I shouldn't take Star Wars seriously, but the title is just kind of goofy.
it's
Just
very
a little goofy.
it's very goofy. I mean,
You could have said The Mandalorian, a Star Wars story. You
the
could have
the
said,
yeah,
but
it's
this
so
is
crazy
just
because I mean we said it, and it's just so true though. Everybody who you're trying to get by putting Grogu in the title doesn't
who the
fucking
hell's
call him
Grogu?
Grogu.
yeah.
Who the hell's Grogu? They made it green. They made the font. They made it
Yeah,
green.
you know what?
Like, come
I'm
on.
a X. Mark my words. Next month, Mandalorian will be in silver and Grogu will be in green.
See
Somebody,
that?
because they keep changing it. It's like they keep like, oh, hold up, I got another. They keep fucking with it. It's gonna be silver, and then Grogu will be in green. And I swear that Grogu font will be bigger than Mandalorian font by the time
Yeah,
this thing hits the theaters. It will be.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I think it is what it is, bro. At the end of the day, they're doing whatever they think they need to do for it. I just wish it would have been bigger. I wish it would have been something that we can gravitate to and say that, okay, Star Wars is back on the big screen. I am excited about it. I'm happy with it. But it just wasn't. And I chose this because I didn't want to show you the actual poster because it might give some things away. So I was like, I'll just show this. So then it doesn't, you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You know, and that's like I said before, there was a character. There is a character in this movie that I have not wanted, that I don't really care to see. You know what I mean? So it is. We'll see how it's going to evolve and where we'll go with it. in just a bit. One other thing that I wanted to talk about too is as well. Like we said, bro, and Vinny, I don't think you didn't see this at all, but yo, uh,
Yes,
Vinny,
yes.
without going into detail, I'm gonna say this, bro. I have never been more excited about a Disney Plus property from Star Wars than I have. And a lot of people, and that's saying much because I know a lot of people didn't like Visions. There's a lot of people that really didn't follow Visions. I love Visions more than the Tale Saga because
Really,
the different, yeah. I love it because of the different perspectives from different. I love seeing a lot of artists get their due. You know what I
I
mean?
agree, but
Even the
I feel like
stories
with
they
Visions, it's
tell.
when it's good, it's fantastic, but when it's
Yeah.
bad, it's horrible.
No, and but see, the thing is, it depends on the story. Which story you. The thing is, it's just like right now what we're reading with the Ultimates and the X-Men tell. Even though, like, I mean, Peach Momoko is not the route that I would go, and
Yeah,
I would have gone. I can respect the simple fact that it's an attempt and it's something more that's adaptive to, culturally adaptive in that aspect, and
yeah,
I get that. I think this season of and this volume of Visions is going to be incredible because there's some shit that I'm seeing so far, and it is some returning, storylines from the last. But I love Visions, bro. It's something about it that feels good, and I'm definitely excited for what I'm going to see. You haven't seen the trailer yet? Just wait until you don't watch it anyway, but just wait. But I was excited about what I've seen so far. What
when does
about
this drop?
this drops? Is it around Christmas time?
It's actually it's October 29th.
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
So
cool,
it's this month this
nice.
Yeah,
drops.
yeah, yeah. So what was your thoughts though, bro?
Mine?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. I mean, I absolutely love season one of Visions, and I enjoyed season two of Visions. Not as much as season one, but there were things to enjoy from season two, being a much more global, from different, animation studios globally, as opposed to being focused, primarily in Asia. Season one was. I think this is going back to what season one did, which is focusing on Asian animation studios and whatnot. But a friend of mine, I think he said it best when he's like, this show shows how artists feel about Star Wars.
yeah,
And I think that's absolutely true. Like this shows how each artist feels, how Star Wars makes them feel. And it comes through in each one of the unique stories. And it's some of the best storytelling that Star Wars has ever done has been in animation, and this is, it's there's no canon to worry about, there's no continuity to worry about. It's just I want to tell a flippin' cool story in a few minutes, and I don't have to worry about it being bogged down with baggage from the Skywalker saga or this or that. It's like cool here's a really cool lightsaber fight, that's
yeah,
set in an area or a galaxy or a planet that you've never seen before, and it's showing you something you've not seen before, and I think it's incredible. I mean, it's art, so I'm
yeah,
all for it.
yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, Vinny. When you said, I know how you feel because, like I said, I mean, I'm not saying that everything in Visions is perfect because there are some storylines, some that are a lot slower than others, certain ones that it kind of does make it a tad bit hard to gravitate to, but
Right,
there are some that are so interesting, like, even with the last season it was some that was just extremely interesting that kind of got me on board, with it, and I was excited about. But yeah, I think that this season so far and what we're seeing with the trailers is absolutely phenomenal, bro. Yeah, I'm really on board with it, so I can't
yeah.
wait.
I didn't realize it was that close. So that's good news.
Yeah, I can't. I can't wait. And like I said, I do love to see that other artists get their just due. So it's going to be, something to definitely talk about. Um, and one last another thing, like I said, in other news, like we always talk about. So, okay, Minnie, you might want to because this isn't not even spoiler territory. It's speculation.
Okay.
So we'll chalk this up as speculation right now.
Okay.
Right. So it's nothing talking about spoilers or nothing like that. But it did come out that Amy Adams, we already know that she's in it. They did say that she's playing, she's force sensitive. I'll put it to you that way. Right. Now, the thing is, what people are currently saying right now, and I already know where this got, depending on where it's at, but what people are saying right now and what the rumor is that Disney is holding back from telling everybody that she is actually Mara Jade. Now, Amy Adams I think she's 51, if I'm right. I think she's currently 51. So she would be in a certain space, pun intended. She would be in a certain area to play the role. I don't know. People are saying that maybe part of, Luke's reasoning for being in Ox 2 is not just because he failed Ben, not just because of what he watched the entire, what he built at that time, his order built, watched it fall, but also because either he's hiding the simple fact that Mara Jade and his child exist or something like that, or he's sad or upset because he thinks that, or upset that he might have thought that she was killed. These are the rumors that are going around right now.
It's casting rumors for what, though?
That she's Mara Jade.
No, but for in where? In what?
She's in
Starfighter.
In Starfighter.
In Starfighter. Okay.
Yes. In Starfighter. Right. They're saying that she's basically cast, that Disney is hiding the simple fact that she's going to be playing Mara Jade in Starfighter. So she is in Starfighter. She's, her and Aaron Pierre are in Starfighter. They were cast, and that was already announced. But what they're saying is that she could possibly, or the rumor is, and some of the credible scoopers, whatever, are saying that she could be, or there's rumors that she could be playing Mara Jade. If that was the role she was playing, if that was true, and I say it is because this is a rumor right now. If that was true, how would you feel about that?
I mean, is Luke in it? I mean, are we getting just like ancillary Air Empire characters before or instead of Air Empire? If that's the case, if Luke isn't in it, I don't think I'd like it. And if Luke is in it, I'd feel like, why are we? What happened to the Air Empire plan, and why has it pivoted to a random Ryan Gosling vehicle where Mara Jade is kind of shoehorned in to kind of get people who might not want to give this a chance? Feels a little gimmicky.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, I have been intentionally blind to the Starfighter plot anyways. I'm not even sure exactly what time period that they were shooting for. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be post sequels or what. So is this what time? What's the time period for Starfighter?
It's post. So basically, Starfighter is everything that happened after. So it's everything that happened after Rise of Skywalker, but it's its own standalone film.
Yeah. So in that case, that's a kind of peculiar casting, considering Luke looked like fucking 60, 70 in Rise of Skywalker, despite the fact he is supposed to probably be more like in his 50s, 60s. But that's kind of a Star Wars thing, considering Ewan McGregor's appearance in one film versus Alec Guinness's appearance of Obi-Wan in another, which were only 15 years apart or so, 20 years apart or so, and it looked like decades upon decades had passed.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I feel like if that is Mara Jade, as much as they think that it would be like Legends fans would be high fiving and tripping over themselves to rejoice at how cool seeing Mara Jade is, I think that I know my fellow Star Wars fans too well to for that to be the case. If we wind up having the entire Legends mythos of Luke in his prime skipped over and to see him go out the way he did in Last Jedi, but instead we get to see Mara Jade kicking ass and be fine and just okay out there in the world, just doing her thing. Um, there's going to be a lot of backlash, a fucking lot. I feel like the Legends of Luke pocket is very sensitive area for them to address, and they have this ridiculously easy opportunity to address that with many different ways. And if they kind of like cherry pick and backdoor different segments of that story without doing it anywhere near proper, that'd be that'd be a pretty wild take. I don't know. It's kind of like using Wonder Woman's armor in the in '84 without any intention of ever doing Kingdom Come.
So
it's cool, but what the fuck?
See, okay, so I'm of two opinions here. I'm of two opinions. One is that okay, and I hear what you're saying, and I get that, and we know how the fandom could be. But I also think that there's another side that people are. We know where Luke's story ended with The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. But I also believe that there is another pocket where at least the legacy of Luke is there, and that people who love the legacy of Luke will be a bit more, because again, we know that there's a lot of people who are Mara Jade fans. We know that there are a lot of people that, and who's to say like how they utilize her in this film? It could be utilized completely different from the way we think. And again, we forget that they're focusing on the two lead characters. That's Ryan Gosling and the young kid. So I don't think that she's going to have that big of a presence. This is Amy Adams. You got to give her some type of a presence in this film. You can't have an Academy Award nominated actress in this film and not give her at least some meat on the bone. You know what I mean? Pause. But what I'm saying is, bro, like, I think that there's a space for it. And I think that some people will be forgiving. And some people are looking for something to be excited about. We just got done talking about the Mandalorian and Grogu. I wasn't excited about that at all. I wasn't excited about the trailer, and it doesn't have me excited. I am, however, I'm excited about this cast from Jedi Starfighter. I'm excited about the possibilities of where we can go with this if it's done right. So I think I understand, like I'm of both spaces. I understand and I know that there is a pocket full of toxicity that's out there that's looking for it. And I'm not saying all of them, but I'm just saying there is a pocket full of toxicity that's looking for it to fail. There's also people that are looking at continuity. They're looking at cohesiveness. They know that what we could have actually gotten from Heir of the Empire, or they know that. They know what we could have gotten from that. And
that was one of the main problems with the sequels. They didn't want to do the legend stories, but they added just enough of it in to be like, fine, here. And then people who wanted to see more of the OG cast doing shit that they did after Return in the books, they didn't get that, but they still used them to dangle the carrot to get you in the theaters to go watch their new characters that they wanted to write and they wanted to create, to put their fucking stamp on Star Wars, which is fine. But a lot of people feel like it was bait and switch. So to kind of like, I'm gonna lure you in with Mara Jade, I think the opportunity they had, and now don't get me wrong, I haven't seen the show. I have no idea if this is even true or if she's even
None of
in
us
this,
do. None of us do.
what's going to be in it, and how she'll be used if she is. I thought the opportunity that they had, one of the things that was seemed optimistic to me about Starfighter was no Skywalker shit. So
It
no
was
one has
which could
any,
still be.
which it could still be. But to me,
Yeah.
putting Mara Jade in it is Skywalker shit. That's Luke. You know,
Yeah.
that's it. Kind of goes hand in hand. So when you do part of the story, but not, you know, I think they had the opportunity to do this movie that was detached from Skywalker verse and its own thing, so that way people didn't have any emotional investment as to what the story should be in their headcanon that they've had for years from the books and comics and other media outside of the films. And I think that that is one of the things that obviously, like, they struggled with balance with the sequels, and this was an opportunity to kind of get away from that and have a different story self-contained. Because I've always said, like, you give a, if you had given the Ray and or Kylo or any those characters like their own film without the OG cast mixed in, if it was just something separate, there wouldn't have been the same backlash to them, because you weren't like, oh wait, no, go back to Luke. I want to see Luke. I don't care. Like, you just teased me with Luke. So I think that they are should be careful. I think they should be careful with this decision.
I get it. X, what's your thoughts behind this? If the potential of it, if it's the potential that it could be true, what's your thoughts?
Well, I think it would be in a flashback of some type. What that will look like. I mean, again, this is one of those, I think, of upcoming projects. This is one that I'm more excited about just because I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
And I like that. This could go in many different directions, and which means it has the possibility of being good.
Yeah.
Whether people give it a fair shot, I don't know. Whether we've had too much Star Wars in the past few years, and people are kind of, how do you make Star Wars special again? Can you make Star Wars special again and get people to go to a movie theater to see it? Is Ryan Gosling enough? Is Amy Adams enough?
Yeah.
Do you trust the people, who are caretakers of Star Wars at the moment, to tell a good story? And we've seen them tell a good story. It's just, can you get people on board with this? And I think you get the right writers, you get, the right story, you could have something pretty incredible, even if it does take place post Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
There are places to go with this. I kind of want them to get as far away from Rise of Skywalker as they possibly can. Go 1,000 years in the future, or 2,000 years in the past. Let's do that. Just get away from this era and start fresh. That's what I'd love to see. But I want to see more from this, and I'm curious to see where they'll take it and how they'll. I want to know what Amy Adams is going to be doing. So
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and here's the thing, it can be these are it's everything is a speculation at this particular time, and I would really caution a lot of people to really temper those expectations and just go in with a blank slate and just expect the unexpected and give it a shot, because the more you expect something to be a certain way and it doesn't, it's more, and I do not want this film to be cannon fodder for the negativity, bro. You know what I mean? I want it to be well. I want it to be something that pretty much people can enjoy and take it from there. So like I said, I mean, it's a wait and see. I'm just excited that Amy Adams is in a Star Wars universe. I never thought that I would actually see her in the Star Wars universe. I'm excited about that, especially the caliber of actress she is and what I think she could bring to it. Same thing as, Aaron Pierre, Maya Goff. What's his name from, what's his name again from House of the Dragons? I keep forgetting his name.
I know what you mean. Matt.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
So him, as well. Everybody. I'm happy to see it, take shape. And this is, we know that from the director, has been, something that's been in the making for a long time. So I'm happy to see where it goes. I can't wait to see what he does with it, and I just can't wait to be excited. So yeah, we'll wait. But yeah, let's jump in, man. Let's jump in. Now we are here to basically talk about Solo, a Star Wars story. Now, here's the thing, bro. This film was victim. It fell victim to, because again, this came out right after Rise of, yeah, with that too, but also after, I think it was the Rise of Skywalker.
Last Jedi.
I mean, yeah, Last Jedi, yeah. And the backlash that we got from that film, already what we knew about this particular film and the drama surrounding Lord and Miller, that were actually originally the directors on this film, who the rumor was they came in with an idea that they ran across Kathleen Kennedy and everyone else at Lucasfilm, but then changed it. You know what I mean? Changed the idea. And I guess that it didn't sit well because it was a totally different draft from what they submitted. Hence why they were taken off the project. And then Ron Howard was brought in to back cleanup. Even with all that being said, even with everything that we know about the drama behind the film, a lot of people were like, it was Aaron what is Aaron Enright? What is his name? What's his last name?
Eckert?
Aaron Eckert, yeah. Aaron Eckert basically coming in and playing Solo. Could he do it? Could, we get that same, Lando that we've always, where would this story lie? Where would it make sense? I, for one, and I can't speak from everybody else, I love this film. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I love the adventure. I love where it basically took us. I love the way the story was written. And I think he did a hell of a job as a young Solo. Now, I did want to see a more, and I kind of had, because I think, was it you, Vinny, or somebody brought this up to me. I was like, when I was watching it the first time, I was like, him as Solo, man, I wanted to see why he was more, because it just seemed like he was more free-spirited, and they made him like a, not a prankster, but like just someone who was just fearless, but at the same time was just, it seemed
goofy.
like too happy. Yeah,
goofy. I mean? He's a goofy motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but going back to A New Hope, we're all fine here now. How are you?
Yeah.
Him running around the corner with that blaster, just yelling the whole time. I'm sorry, but
yeah, I get it. And I think, and that's why I'm more forgiving of the character portrayal.
Oh, my bad. Thanks, Charlie. I got his last name wrong.
Yeah, it's Aaron Wright. Yeah. So with that basically being said, I still was more forgiving of the character, and I loved his portrayal. I loved the chemistry between him and Donald Glover. I loved everything about. I mean, now understanding that why he understands Wookiee, you know what I mean? That he can literally speak Wookiee and understand and interpret. I love that aspect of it as well. Kira turned out to be an incredible character. The end of the movie, seeing Maul on screen once again, I was like, chef's kiss. I fucking love that shit. I did not see it. And here's the thing. They kept that shit tight to chest. I did not expect to see that at the end of this fucking film. And I was fucking blown away when I saw it. Everything about the parsecs, 12 parsecs. We got a chance, to see that as well. I love the film, bro. I loved everything about it. X, what was your thoughts on this, man, so far? Like, just overall before we jump in.
I mean, initially when I saw it in theaters, I wasn't very excited for it because I just seen a Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. So you can't release a Star Wars movie 5 months after you released a Star Wars movie. It's too much Star Wars. At the time, it was too much Star Wars. Yeah. And I remember going, okay, I just saw a Star Wars movie, and now let's go and see another Star Wars movie. Yeah. This could have been anything else other than a Han Solo movie. You could have put any other Scoundrels in this movie, and it would have worked, I think, just fine, except, with the exception of the Kessel Run. But
Yeah.
the more I watch, like, as time goes on, I really enjoy this movie. It's a really fun Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it more now than I did when it first came out, just because when it first came out, it came out 5 months after the last Star Wars movie I saw. And Star Wars used to be an event, and then it became something that you got more and more and more and more of, and it became less special. And you got to work up the excitement for these things, is the thing. You got to work up the excitement. Too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing. But after a while, I came back to it. I'm like, oh, this is a really fun movie. This is a really fun Star Wars movie, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So there are certainly places they could have taken it. I did not see the Maul cameo at the end. The character of Kira, they've done amazing things with her in the comics, specifically Crimson Dawn, the comic books, and Crimson Reign. I'm sorry, Crimson Reign. That comic arc. So they've done really, really great things with that character. I would love to see more of that character in film form, but they did great things in the book. So this has grown on me over the years.
Yeah, it definitely has. The only thing that I hated about the film was how he got his fucking name. Like, I was like, come on, man, y'all could have did better than that. Don't come on, nah. But it is what it is. You gotta take the good with the bad. I mean, as well. Vinny, what were your thoughts overall so far about this, bro?
Yeah, this was kind of like the beginning of the end, I guess, for the movie-going experience for us Star Wars fans. I think that this was one of the biggest fumbles in major blockbuster history. To not have the foresight to realize that you were on the ropes after Last Jedi, and to have a meeting to decide to push this back. You had a formula of Force Awakens December, Rogue One December, Last Jedi December, and then Last Jedi went to hell. And of all the films to get greedy and released a few months later, and like even if they had released this in May after Force Awakens or in May after Rogue One, it would have been ill advised. But to have released this 5 months after The Last Jedi, which had just visceral fucking hate and feedback, to do that to what was one of your biggest risks in a film that a lot of people who even were big Star Wars fans were like, wait, why are we doing a solo film before Boba Fett, before this, that, and the third? Like, people had so many grander ideas of what they would want the next a Star Wars movie entry to be. And then on top of that, you released it 2-3 weeks, maybe even 2 weeks after the biggest movie that year, Infinity War, which made a gajillion dollars, and people were just going back to the theater over and over and over to see it. And then you release Solo, which is just a fucking stupid idea. Like, and that's just to put it politely. It was just insane timing. If you had put it December of that year, you would have. I just don't understand why not put it back to December that year. You would have given people a whole year to cool off from how upset they were at Last Jedi. You would have given yourself more time to damage control on this. I guess they figured it's fucked, and they just fed it to the wolves. I think that's exactly what it is. They were like, oh, we're fucked no matter what. Let's just get rid of it, get it out there, and get it over with, and move on. And that's what they did. And I think that it was just such a huge mistake, because it screwed everybody who worked so hard on this film, because this film is very they tried and did and accomplished so much in this film. I love the story. The story it has so much going on, and it sets up so much stuff for future too. This wasn't just like let's just do a fun backstory. It sets up all the stuff with Maul. I mean,
that train heist.
What's that?
That train heist.
The train heist is. I was getting to the train heist because here's and I know X man, X Marauders Arrive.
Yeah.
Marauders Arrive is one of the greatest Star Wars pieces of music ever, and I, everyone who's listening or knows anything about Star Wars knows that that is not something any of us take lightly.
Yeah.
I think
Exactly.
it's one of the aside from Duel of Fates, it's one of the first pieces of music I've heard with vocals. It's
Yeah.
usually just audio, just scored. But that train heist was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Uh, Ironically, Solo was like Aaron was one of the only goofy, straight up goofy characters in the film. I think everybody else really played it pretty straight. Woody Harrelson did great. Like
Yeah.
the creature dude who died in this one, the scene.
John Favreau's
Yeah,
character, yeah.
that was great. Enfys Nest was
Yeah.
one of the best character designs in Star Wars history. I love that character design. I agree that the Solo origin name was just absolutely ridiculous. I didn't love the that beginning there with the car chase and all that. Once they got
Yeah.
past that, which they did pretty early, it was incredible. I also felt like Mandela, like a little bit of, I don't know what's the proper term for it, if it's Mandela effect or revisionist history, but I feel like I've been watching Star Wars my entire life, and I don't remember there ever being such a big emphasis on those fucking dice. Like I feel like what did I miss my whole life where this is this integral, part of Star Wars that I just never paid attention to, from Luke giving Leia the Star Wars dice to it being a big thing in Solo. I'm like, since when is these fucking dice important to Star? I don't remember that ever being a thing, but apparently it is, and I just must have missed it. But uh, I really enjoyed it. I thought that there was stakes. I thought Gambino like killed it as Lando. I think he was fucking born to play that. I mean, imagine not knowing Donald Glover for anything,
Yeah.
or Gambino for anything. Imagine you just knew him from this. You would think you would know he was going to be a star.
Yeah.
Just from
Yeah.
seeing him in this. Like he just had
Yeah.
so much
Right
presence.
inflection, the character, charisma, bro,
He
everything.
just had so much presence, man. It
Yeah.
made you it made me want like a Lando show. Like I get why there almost was one. Like I mean if all these factors hadn't gone wrong for this, I could easily see there being a Lando show because he was just incredible in it. Yeah, man, he was born to play that role. That shit was incredible. Watching the Falcon is always just a dream come true. Like I could watch the Falcon just fly around in any movie ever. I will say my other gripe though was I don't like their explanation of the parsecs. Instead of being a unit of time, it was a unit of distance. I don't know that I really vibe with that. I thought that was kind of silly, but it was a minor gripe. I love the story. Once he got with Chewie and they got out of that planet and just got on the story rolling, I felt like it was a really strong film. I thought they did a really good job trying to establish a new like type of Star Wars story, and I felt like even though Last Jedi didn't hit, and even though Solo was not exactly the obvious choice or stuff that people were asking for, I felt like we were going to be getting like a whole bunch of this type of stuff, and it sucks that Solo didn't do well, and they were like, "Fine, fuck it, let's just finish these sequels and call it." I hate that so much because imagine if they had done $1 billion and it did well, we could have the following year had gotten a Boba Fett story where it wasn't the Book of Boba Fett bullshit. You know what I mean? We could have gotten so many other different cool things. Imagine if 2 years later we were getting Knights of the Old Republic, a Star Wars story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the idea was there But I think that it would have been more accepting if we didn't run into the tragedy of The Last Jedi and the backlash we got from that. And on top of that, yes, the non-negotiable move or them not wanting to move. And on top of that, because the one thing that's plagued Star Wars forever, well, not forever, at least not with George Lucas's rule at that time when it was with Fox. The one thing that plagued the Disney era is that we, the fans, know what goes on behind the scenes. Like, we've been told everything that happened from
Everything.
Lord Miller's dispersal. Anybody who basically had a stake in what could have possibly been a film, their dismissal. You know what I mean? Like the drama with, release dates, announcing too many IPs and too many movies that have never seen the light of day. And
That was the
never
worst.
will see the light. You know what I mean? That was
Like, hey, look at all these movies you have to look forward to, and here's
Yeah.
exactly when they're coming out. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's
Yeah.
not Marvel. It's not Marvel.
Nah.
And guess what? That doesn't work for Marvel either now. You can't say, here's all these Marvel movies that we're gonna. No, actually, we're not doing these movies now.
No.
Oh, what happened?
That's why every time they announce something, it's like, all right, we'll see. When it's on the when it's at the theater, then I know it's real.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, the Game of Thrones guys, the Taika Waititi, the Rogue Squadron film. I mean, it's like a game. Like it was just, it's like a practical joke. We're just getting punked. Like film after film, they just announced, and then instead of making a film, they just made content for drama, because that's all we got. Just drama about why the film wasn't made over and over.
Yeah, definitely. And it's changing up writers mid-write to have some random person step in, and screw things up. Yeah, I mean, that's this, and even, bro, as far as even Kathleen Kennedy at D23, and this was like one of the mistakes. And listen, I'm not a Kathleen Kennedy hater like everybody else. It's just, I'm not. I mean, she's one of the dopest producers of all time. But I think the mistake that she did make was mentioning that, okay, when asked were they going to do a Knights of the Old Republic, she said yes, that's what they're going to do. That there's no fruition. You just put that out there to zeitgeist, but there's been no discussion of it since. And this is what we've seen with majority of these IPs is the discussion.
Don't we all the time talk about these people having better PR guys? Like the answer to that question is we look into all kinds of different possibilities. That would certainly be fun.
Yeah.
Keep it vague, because now you're not promising, especially if you are going to do a Nice Old Republic, do you want the announcement to be via answering a random question at a panel? No, you want to make a fucking big to do about it, a rollout.
Yeah.
You want the announcement to be a teaser trailer, is what
you don't want it to be a James Gunn. You don't want it to be a James Gunn tweet response announcement.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been a teaser trailer, people would have lost their flipping minds.
Bro.
Whoa! And all we would have had was excitement.
And I think you realize that answering yes to that, even if you do want to do it, it kind of now you fucked anything else you're working on, because now people are just like, yeah, but this isn't Nice Old Republic. You said it's like telling your kid you're going to go to Disney World and then not going to Disney World and trying to get them excited about going to the park. It's like, fuck the park. You said
you said we was going to yeah.
My dad once I'm like, oh, you're gonna take us to the mall, right? He's like, yeah, I'll take you to the mall. I'm like, yeah, we're going to the mall. And then we ended up going to a strip mall. I'm like, no, this is not.
Hey yo.
I thought you were gonna say strip club. I was gonna say
we went to a strip club, and it's like, oh god, it's like, no.
Listen. X, real quick story. What was it? Junior high, middle school. Showed up in high school. It was my first year. We had just moved, back to Harrisburg from Queens. Had a brand new pair of shell top Adidas, bro. I was standing with my grandmother was a my mom was a traveling nurse, so she would always travel. So I ended up staying here with my grandmother. And what happened was I wore a brand new pair of Adidas to middle school. Somebody stole them out of my locker during gym, right? So I had to go home, and my grandmother was like, I had got them Jones. Could not wait. My grandma was like, "Don't worry, baby. We're gonna take you to the mall, and we'll get you a new pair." I'm hyped because I'm like, all right, cool. At least I know I'm gonna get a brand new pair of shell top Adidas. Now, Vinny, I'm gonna take you on this trip. You heard this story before, right?
Uh-uh.
All right, Vinny, I'm gonna take you on this trip real quick. So we travel up Market Street. We hit, as a matter of no, we travel down 17th Street. We hit Derry Street. We're heading all the way up. Now, there's only 3 ways you can get to the mall, bro. 3 ways from where we were going.
Mm-hmm.
One is if you travel up Derry Street, you can cut over to Paxton, a couple of different places. You can cut over to. So we're going now. Just the first flag for me was when we missed the 29th Street Bridge.
Oh, you were done if you missed that bridge.
No, because remember, if you travel further up and you go past that little firehouse where the old gymnastics school was, you can go under that bridge. Remember?
Right.
Progress.
Yeah. You're right. After 29th, you got under Progress.
You got under the Progress. You can actually go under that bridge. All right. As soon as we miss 29th Street, we go past Progress, and I'm like, wait a minute. The mall, it's over there. I know where we're supposed to go, but there's another way. If you travel further up, you can go under this little underpass behind like the baseball field
by the bread and shit.
Exactly, right? But you know what was before that?
I'm trying to think what's there that's before that.
No. Do you know what store was before that? Pickway, bro. Remember Pickway?
That's the joint that was on Derry by where it turned into Payless.
Exactly. It was Pickway. And she got me some Pro 500s that had 5 stripes, bro. 5. That means I had to wear some big ass jeans to cover up the 2 stripes so people didn't laugh at me.
You had some Adidas with a remainder too.
Yeah. So I know how it feels to want something and get knockoffs. So this is exactly what they have been giving us in this universe. Is you promise us something and it never comes to fruition. And we've been holding on to this shit for the longest fucking time. And we never get there. We never get to that particular point. You feel me? So I don't know. That's where this movie and other movies have fallen into that category of the promises that were made, and this is what was left over. Because again, everybody had been saying nobody was asking for a solo film. Now, what we got, I enjoyed, but nobody at that time was asking for it. You feel me? You know, Paul Bettany's portrayal of Dryden Voss. Loved the character, but, you know, and it was so much potential, and we know basically what role he plays in the guild. But again, you know, it was a film that we weren't asking for at that particular time, but we got it. And so we rolled with it. But had it come out at a more interesting time, and I wonder what would we have gotten with Lord and Miller? Would it have been something that was spectacular, or was it just too much? We'll never know. But all in all, I enjoyed the film. I wanted to say that Star Wars, solo and Star Wars film, I definitely enjoyed. I just hope.
I mean, it was a beautiful film. Like the cinematography in this, when they go into the nebula or the void or wherever, and the Star Destroyer like comes through the storm, and it's just like, this is the train heist. Again, it looks incredible, especially when Enfys Nest shows up, and that music when it comes in, it's just like, this is doing a lot. Yeah. And it didn't get a fair shake. It came out way too close to last year. How did it come out in December? Just stick to your December release schedules. Give people time to get excited again. Give people time to forget about what they just saw. Give people time to get excited for something new. Instead, it's like, I don't know. It almost was like a precursor for what we got with Disney Plus, where it's like, well, if you didn't like that Star Wars, just wait. Here's more Star Wars. It's like, oh God, okay, just how about you do it
Yeah,
well instead of doing it too often?
do it.
It's
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. A 5 month turnaround is so crazy because he couldn't really started marketing it till Last Jedi was over, and then you had 5 months to kind of push it. It's just way too soon. It's insane. It's insane. It was such a colossal fumble.
yeah. It was, and what could have been potential, like you've been saying, had they released this during like the holiday season, Christmas time, like when Star Wars is best on theater. I mean, on screen. If it wasn't in May, the way it was back then, Christmas time was like one of the best feelings for a Star Wars film, and we didn't get it, and it was just too close. Everything just happened way too close, and it shouldn't have. And this is what we were left with. But it wasn't a bad film. That's the problem. It was just plagued by everything else. It wasn't a bad film. It was plagued by release. It was plagued by everything that was going on behind the scenes. It was plagued by the whole writing fiasco and everything that happened with that. Like yeah, bro.
I think everything surrounding this and Last Jedi and everything is just this great teachable moment for Hollywood at how Disney has handled Star Wars, because I feel like they were in such a rush to make their billions back that it was just like the game plan and strategy for having that license. It was just not exactly handled as well as they could have, to put it mildly. And it sucks because you're always going to wonder how much differently would could they have done it if they weren't so eager to make back their investment immediately,
Yeah,
because there was so much more money. Think about how much money they left on the table by
yeah,
the loss of films these past 6 years that they couldn't put out because they had to wait for the world to heal, so to speak.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
True.
mean, making their money back. There's the licensing. There's money to be made. You just gotta, you're playing the long game here, Disney. That's what you're supposed to be doing, is playing the long game. You're building the fan base. Yeah, okay. Now we've had our time with this film. Now let's start, building up anticipation for this film. And then when that film drops, boom, everyone's going to want every little thing from this film. They're going to want the toys, the posters, the t-shirts, the coffee mugs, the whatever. You'll be able to sell it, and it's a formula. It's a tried and true formula. But if you do it too often, it's like that trick. Was it in Looney Tunes where Daffy blows himself up? And Bugs Bunny's like, "That's a great trick, Daffy." He's like, "Yeah, but I can only do it once."
Only ones, bro.
And so it's just kind of like, how much can you release, and then have people go, well, that was kind of too much, and I didn't have time to actually process what I just saw.
Yeah, I didn't have time enough to digest it because I'm
In
still
one ear
hung
and
up
out the
on
other.
exactly, and I'm already faced with the bad taste in my mouth from a film that didn't fulfill, its commitment and promise to telling good or having good storytelling. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot that was really in missed opportunities, and period. I as much as I was excited about this film, um, I mean that I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? As much as I enjoyed from it, I just felt as though they could have did better, bro. It could have been. There was opportunities to do, much more, and I think that they basically missed the opportunity because of, and I think it's their own hubris, bro, and underestimating the fans.
Seb had a great idea, and I'm going to butcher it. where this could have been more than one film, that this could have been perhaps 2 films, even films. So you start off with, him, running the streets and getting into trouble and all this stuff, meeting Lando, getting the Falcon. And then, in the first film, you have him and Kira hanging out, but then he loses Kira. So it's tragic in that way. And that Kira is, she gets taken away and he never sees her again. Until the second film, when he sees her again as his love interest. And he's like, oh my God. And they're trying to pick back up where they left off. But as we know, she has this whole other life now with Crimson Dawn.
Yeah.
And that's where the double cross comes in, but she comes back in the second film and they build that out. And then the third film is the Kessel Run.
Yeah. So you think that basically everything in that first film could have been a build up to possibly the train heist?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The train heist could have been the finale of
the film.
Of the film.
And
Absolutely.
saving when the first time they saw the Millennium Falcon into the second film.
Yeah.
Saving us meeting Kira and him meeting her again on Dryden Voss's ship for the second film.
Make it like The Empire Strikes Back, where it's like, hey, oh my gosh, it's my old friend, it's Kira.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and they remember each other, but then there's like, hey, it's a double cross.
Like save it like at the end of the film. After the tragedy of the train heist, the tragedy of him losing his girl and his partner, and after we get done a failed mission and we see Enfys Nest, who is a villain we think is a villain that could be carried over to the next film, it stops at we have to explain it to this person, and you see that yacht come around and it's like boom, on to the next film. You know what I mean? Like we're going into that. That could have been interesting. That could have been
Enfys Nest. Enfys Nest is like Boba Fett, where you're like, you don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna see this person again, but you don't know anything about them. You don't know anything about them, and then don't take off the mask right away.
Exactly. You don't know anything into the third film. It could have been easily cut into not cut.
Or at least maybe 2 films.
Added on 2 films.
Do 2 films.
I definitely think there was more to the story that they definitely could have done, because you could have even extended the story and front loaded some of it and did more. I think you would have to figure out a way to have the Falcon at least cameo in the first one. Now you can't have a solo movie with no Falcon. People would have been upset. I mean, you gotta have the Falcon,
or maybe cut it a certain way, like
maybe where it's just Lando with the Falcon for the whole first movie.
Or maybe this. You add the cliffhanger is him seeing Kira at the end of this particular film, right? Going through over that conversation they had with Dryden Voss at that time, them finding out that they have to, and then her saying, I know a guy and he has a ship. And we just ended on them meeting Lando and finding or seeing the Millennium Falcon. And we have an adventure there. Yeah. That goes into the second film. Makes sense.
Yeah.
That could have made sense. That would have made it more adventurous.
It was a little rushed, It was a little like, hey, that was this, now there's this, now you're meeting Chewie, now you're meeting Lando, now you're getting the Falcon, now you're at the Kessel Run, now
give it space to breathe. Give it space to breathe.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, I like that idea. That's a damn good idea, bro.
That was Seb's idea, so I butchered it. But Seb, we were talking, and he was just laying it out. I'm like, yeah, you really need to say that.
That's a dope ass idea when you think about it, bro.
All I could do was shake my head and go, yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Let the cat out the bag. I had a picture actually ready, but the shit in my phone won't. It deleted it. I had a picture of Vinny as Enfys Nest. I did. I was gonna put that shit up, and the fucking camera just doesn't work right now. So I said, "Fuck it."
See, look at
Let's go and do it, bro. Come on, man. Opportunity, bro. The fuck. But anyway, all in all, bro, I enjoyed the film. I just think the timing was off. Put it that way.
Yeah.
It was a good film. The
It's a
timing could
fun
have been
Star
better.
Wars movie.
It was a
looks
fun
great.
Star Wars film. The timing just could have been better, plain and simple. It was just off. It could have been fulfilling if given distance, space to breathe, and whatever else. So that's my synopsis of it. Let us know, everybody out there, what y'all think. If you enjoyed the film, if it was fulfilling.
Just
for
remember, if Han had escaped with her, right now he'd be Han double.
What the fuck, bro?
On plus one. That's just. Oh no! Yeah, that was. Oh,
the doubles,
wow.
The doubles, bro. Fuck, man. Anyway, thank you.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Han Double.
Han double.
I'd watch that Elseworld movie. What if Han Double? No.
It wasn't Han Solo. It was Han Double. My name is Han. Han Double.
Jabba the Hutt is like, bring me double.
Bring me double, bro. Bring you double what? You know what I mean? Like,
it's too late for that double. Oh. What? No.
Han Double, bro. Double. What the fuck? That's gonna live. It's gonna run.
It's like Captain Double. Captain Double. Yeah.
And now you cannot. The fuck, man! Like you cannot. No. It's there. It's running.
Double shot first.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got double.
Oh, double in carbonite. What? On double in carbonite. What?
Yo.
Put Captain Double in the cargo hold.
Captain Double. Yo. Damn.
Do not want the Emperor's prize damaged. We will test it on Captain Double.
Yo. We will test.
Again, it just ruins everything.
It ruins everything, bro.
Captain Double.
Yo. That's crazy. All right.
Han Double.
Han Double. You cannot.
Puta double.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, right? Damn.
It's like, yo, imagine how many other people got a fucking weird ass name that day from that fucking checkpoint.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Like they didn't have a last name.
Scarf. Like, because you wore a funny, cool scarf that day. Like, what was he just like roasting people as he went by? You're like, you know, like that's just insane.
It's all Star Wars language, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, somebody walk past. What is your name? My name is Vaughn. Vaughn what? Just Vaughn. Vaughn Poodle. Man, just keep going.
Poodle, so that's your name.
Just Poodle. You know what I mean?
When Sidious gave Vader his name, it was almost like he was thinking it up on the spot. It's like, henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like, okay, did you just come up with that?
That's a name that's just been, you know what I mean? Like rumbling around in your head. Jeffrey said, couple. Everybody's just coming up with different names. Like Han couple. Like, and bro, like, What made you say Han Solo? Why did you just say Han Single?
Just exactly. Han Single. Oh, there you go. Han Single.
Han Single. You know what I mean? Han Deuce.
Han Dolo.
Han Dolo, bro. Han Dolo, bro.
Han Dolo.
Han Uno. Like Han Uno. I don't know, bro. Han Solo. Okay, that's how you know it's a
Han
dumbass
Duo.
name.
Han Duo is
bro.
pretty good.
Han Duo, yeah.
Han Duo.
Han Swolo was
Han
obvious.
Swolo.
Missed opportunity. Damn, right?
Han Swolo, that was the Power of the Force figures from the 90s.
It was, bro. Remember how big the motherfucking figures was?
Yeah.
Diesel, bro. Diesel.
Everyone was buff. Princess Leia was buff.
That's why he had to
Chewbacca
wear a
was buff.
vest. He couldn't fit in the sleeves.
Yeah, bro. Everybody was diesels. Everybody just stood like this, bro. Straight up.
Why is everyone buff?
Yeah. It's like everybody stood like I was watching the intro to Peacemaker, bro.
As a kid, I never questioned it. As an adult, I looked and go, those figures were so inaccurate. Oh, God. What the hell? That's the kind of Star Wars content I want to see. Make Star Wars content based on, that series of figures.
You know what
Power
we
of the
should
Force.
do, bro? We should do an Uncivilized Scoundrel where we go over Star Wars nostalgia and merchandising.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Where are my Phantom Menace sippy cups that we got from Taco Bell and KFC and
bro.
God, what's the other place? Oh,
Yo,
Pizza Hut. Yeah.
I
the little
brought
cup
this up like
toppers.
a long time ago that we could have done at least a segment, so we could do a whole show if you wanted to, and like fun shit that we have that's just not your typical like Boba Fett figure or whatever, but like unique merch that we had over the years for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't have it, that you've seen, and we can just pull it up.
Or check this out. Remember, on the back, I forget which cereal box it was. It was a Luke Skywalker cutout mask that you could cut out from the back of the cereal box.
Yep.
You would only look like a psycho wearing Luke's face.
Yep. You look like the girl with no face.
Bro, what the fuck?
What kind of serial killer are you? Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, bro. It was Luke, C-3PO. They had Leia, they had Chewie, they had Han, and they had Vader, bro. And I think they had a stormtrooper as well.
That was back in the day when you made your own Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
It's just a classic. There was no Halloween initiative then, I tell you that.
Fuck no.
Nope.
Hell no. We'll
This
do
is
that,
hot.
bro. We're gonna do
And
that.
you never had to worry about wearing a jacket. See, these nowadays you gotta wear a jacket over your costume because it's too real. Back then, that plastic you was
smoking, bro. You had that plastic suit on that you would wear with the damn mask that had the rubber band that if that shit broke, it smacked your face. Yeah, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. Nah. Either that or if somebody split the plastic mask and cut your skin.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And when that rubber band broke, you only had one time to retie it, then it was too tight.
It was
Yeah.
yeah. Bro, you tied so tight that the mask smashed against your face.
Yep.
It's like, this is painful to wear. It's like, and this plastic costume doesn't breathe. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
You got your character in your hand and your fucking bucket in the other, and you're just like, man, just give me the candy. It's
This gives a candy.
Bro, walking around, it's like, yo, since when did Superman wear Nikes? You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Like, those costumes were fucked. We got the bad end, unless you was like one of them rich ass families who got a full suit that you could just a Spider-Man suit that you can put on. Nah, hell no. Anyway,
Remember going as the Joker one year? I think it was in 1989. I went as the Joker, and I had my aunt made me the suit. I had the tailcoat and everything, and I painted I had my face paint, but my skin was itching. So by the beginning of the day, I looked like, Jack Nicholson Joker. By the end, I looked like Heath Ledger Joker because my makeup was just
X is running around like Diddy with the Joker makeup.
Yes.
It's just like, oh, I don't know how I got these scars.
Your shit was dope in the very beginning. Damn. Yo, let's make it a good one. You only got 15 minutes for this shit. Oh, damn.
It was just great. Yeah, I looked great. I looked pristine, but by the end of the day, it was just like all runny and just everywhere, and all of my hands and all of my just like.
You said you want to know how I got these scratches? Yo,
Mom, we gotta fix a bit. Nah, let's put a smile on that face.
Yeah. Bro, damn, you said you was 89 Joker didn't wound up as Heath Ledger by the end.
Yep, by the end of the day, it was Heath Ledger Joker because makeup was just that.
He was ahead of his time.
It's like, oh god, it's
Yo, fuck. That's crazy. Damn, that's insane. That's insane.
Oh, that's the stuff that keeps me going. That right there. That's the stuff that.
Hell yeah.
I was committed. Yeah. I was committed from an early age, so I'm still committed. God damn it.
You was the damn well committed. That takes commitment, bro. Just to say, commitment.
Why didn't some teacher go, let's just wash this off you? No.
They let you sit in that shit itchy.
Yeah. The whole damn day at school. Just like
itchy, bro. Watching that shit drip off like just like milk.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you makes you strange.
Damn, bro. I mean,
just sitting there in class. Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Yeah. Damn, you got through it. Though. It's a story. It's memories. That's it. Memories. Yep. Memories you can tell. Anyway, everybody out there, thank you for being with us this evening, this late night, man. We'll be back here. I think, X, when do you leave?
I leave on Wednesday.
So you leave Wednesday, and you got next week. You got Baltimore. You got to prepare for as well, right?
Next week I'll be in New York for New York Comic Con.
Oh, New York Comic Con. That's right. So we'll be skipping next week. We'll be back because you'll be over there for how long, X?
I'll be back on the 17th. But I do plan on trying to live stream from
while you're there. Yeah.
So maybe I could we could put something together where I come in and live stream. So
okay. Yeah, let me know. We'll basically do that, man. But anyway, cool. Yes, that gives us time to kind of bring out the nostalgia of the next show. I'll start, looking for some pictures and stuff like that, going through a whole catalog of shit, from the Kenner figures, bro, to we're gonna go through, we'll do it. We'll definitely do that.
That could be fun.
Yeah, that'd definitely be fun. Cannot wait for this weekend horathon, of course. Yeah, we gotta get you on the next one, X. You gotta definitely come through the next one.
I'll hop on the train. I'll go.
Hell yeah, bro! It'll be I'm telling you, it's an experience. The surround sound and everything, bro. It'd be some creepy shit, and then you'll know exactly what I mean. That when you eat those damn cookies, look directly at Vinny when you eat them, because there's Morse code between him and Amber. They be saying some slick shit. So I think they put something in them damn cookies. The reason why they taste so damn good, but I'm just saying, watch.
Not beating allegations.
And you'll get to see the room. You can't go in, but you'll get to see the room.
Can't go in.
It's Jason.
The vicinity.
Anyway, man, thank you guys, everybody out there, for being with us. Another successful show. Tune in a few weeks. We'll be back, same time, same channel, for another episode of Uncivilized. As always, man, if you can't do anything, always stay uncivilized. Peace, love, and all that stuff. And we'll see you later on. Out.
So uncivilized.